I'm Jane Busch, and I'd like to welcome you to the American Parkinson's Disease Association Wisconsin Chapter 2014 Annual Meeting and Symposium. I'm delighted with the turnout today. We have a nice big crowd. This is great. This is our annual meeting, so you are now part of the board meeting. Our agenda for today is we're going to have the annual meeting now till 10:30. Then at 10:30, I'll be introducing our keynote speaker, Rich Clifford, which has a very interesting presentation plan for you. We'll meet for lunch at 12 o'clock. It'll be in this room. And then this afternoon, we'll have 3 breakout sessions. One in the Michigan room, which is this room, one in the Monona room, and one in the Superior room. If you haven't signed up for a session, the afternoon session, and you'd still like to join, there's plenty of room, so feel free to partake in any of those sessions. A few notes that I'd like to go over first. There will be time at the conclusion of Rich's talk to ask questions. We'd like to make it an open dialogue today. And then we do have a few photos here for the young people, or even for the old people that want to be young. In case you want to get an autograph, he's willing to sign a few autographs for us. Like I said, Buck lunch is available. The room next door is the Superior room that will also be open for lunch if you so desire to move over into there, if you're going to be over there for your breakout session. We do have display tables out there from our sponsors, some information from our sponsors, so be sure and check that out. And our APDA table is out there with information galore, so feel free to check that all out. If you need any assistance, the volunteers today are wearing green lanyards. So if you need any help, just find somebody with a green lanyard and ask them for help, and they should be able to help you. If you have cell phones, by the way, it might be nice to silence them. I'd appreciate it. So I'd like to start first by thanking our speakers, Rich Clifford, and our afternoon speakers, Dr. Teresa Mangin, Julie D'Angelo, and Julie Sachs. Are any of them here? Julie Sachs is here today, isn't she? There she is. Stand up and say hi. The other two will be here shortly. I'd like to thank my committee, Robert Wenk, Bob Nassett, Cheryl Hirsch, and Emily White. They worked on the committee tirelessly for the last 3 months to put this together. The additional volunteers I'd like to thank: Phil Schleicher, Lori Sanford, Pam Krapp, Barbara Weekers, Jordan Mooney, Barb Doby, Deb Nassett, Amanda Nassett, Parias Sonati Zade, Bud Busch, Steve Schumacher, and Helen Bly. Thank you very much for helping out today. I'd also like to honor Nancy and Dale Ninman. That's the namesakes for the symposium today. They have been the namesakes for the last 3 years, and what they do is they hold an annual golf outing in July in Watertown to help support the funds that they get from this golf outing go to support the symposium costs, so we can keep the cost down for you. Nancy was diagnosed with Parkinson's in 2004. Her love of family and friends and golf. She's a golfer, keeps her motivated. So they're at the back there, hiding out in the back, so if you get a chance, say hi to them. I'd also like to thank our sponsors. A lot of this we can't do without the support of our sponsors. Our gold sponsor is U.S. World Meds. They're committed to supporting patients and care partners to increase Parkinson's disease awareness and help improve the quality of care. So be sure and stop by the table and say hi and see their literature. We also have a number of silver and bronze sponsors. We have Senior Helpers, Midwest Home Care, Home Instead Senior Care, and Comfort Keepers. And we really thank them for also sponsoring this event today. We also have Real Wave Media, which is a Madison-based video production company who's donating time to help tape today's thing so we can put it in the library for people that haven't been able to attend it. And we also want to thank St. Mary's Hospital for sponsoring. So let's talk about our mission. Our mission is empowerment through support of the Wisconsin Parkinson's community. We are involved in direct patient care services. The national APDA is more the leaders in research. We are the grassroots organizations that is here to support the actual people with Parkinson's in the Wisconsin community. Our vision is to be a comprehensive resource for the Parkinson's community by expanding mind-body education and support programs throughout the state of Wisconsin. Let me take a moment to tell you about our board of directors. They work tirelessly throughout the year to donate their time free to make this world a better place for everybody. Our president is Allison Shacer. She's a 5th-year doctoral student at UW-Madison in the Department of Communicative Disorders and Communicative Sciences and Disorders, excuse me. She holds a BS in speech language pathology and an MS in communication sciences and disorders. She chairs the APDA Walk for Research event, which we just held in August. So everybody on the board is involved with doing something, something proactive. I'm the vice president. I serve on the exercise committee. I also am chair of this event today, so any comments, you can pass them along to me. I've written the Magic of Movement, the Parkinson's Exercising Manual and DVD, which has been distributed to over 750 people. So it's been popular. I'm really proud of that. I also teach 2 dance classes. Steve Chucci is our treasurer. He's the retired chief operating officer of Power Instruments in Moline, Illinois. Currently in the process of moving up here, so we finally Wisconsinited him. Pamela Krapp is our secretary and co-editor of our newsletter. She's been on the board since 2006 and has served as secretary for the majority of that time. She actually had a career in the Wisconsin Department of Public Instruction. Bert Avedon has received his BS from UCLA and his MBA from Harvard Business School, so he's our business mentor. He actually was a fighter pilot in the Navy, followed by a successful career. Lori Sanford is a physical therapist with an interest in treatment of Parkinson's disease. She is a member of the exercise committee, and she also represents us at the Moving Forward event in Milwaukee that we co-put on with Freight and Medical College. She has been reelected as of today to a new 3-year term, so we welcome her back for another 3 years. Likewise, reinstated today for another 3-year term is Robert Wank, and he's the founder of home health care agency Midwest Home Care. He serves as president of the Home Care Association of America. He's vice chair of today's event, so any negative comments can be directed to him. Bob Nassett has a bachelor's in business management. His family and friends are the ones that started the ever-famous Parkinson's Half Marathon and 5K, which I think is in its 3rd year. He serves on the symposium committee, the exercise committee, and he oversees the Engage and STEP programs. So we keep him busy. Phil Schleicher joined the board in 2013, formerly a high school teacher and insurance underwriter. He is on my exercise committee, chaired the Walk for Research, and is currently receiving the Volunteer of the Year Award today, of which we'll announce that at just before lunch. Cheryl Hirsch joined the board last year. She's a dance instructor that teaches the PD Rhythm Dance Fitness class. She creates videos for us that we post on YouTube. There's videos on there for the dance, boxing, and rowing and step and marathon. So if you get a chance, go to YouTube and check us out. You can see what we're up to. She serves on both the exercise and symposium committees. Barbara Weekers, with a degree in social work, has worked for over 30 years for Child Protective Services. She's one of our most recent members of joining the board. She just joined us in July. And she's taken over the boxing program and leads a step walk group. And another new member of our board is Emily White, who also just joined us this summer. She's working on getting her master's in speech pathology, so she has served on my symposium committee and oversees our website administration. These young people know the websites better than I do. So I just want to take a moment to thank everyone on the board. They really do a lot of hard work and really keep this organization going for your benefit. Thank you. I'd also like to mention our medical director, Teresa Mangin, at the Dean Clinic St. Mary's Hospital, Specialty and Movement Disorders. She's our resource for medical questions and information. As well as on our medical advisory board is Michelle Chucci, assistant professor in the Division of Otolaryngology, Head and Neck Surgery. As you know, she was past president, and we'll talk more about that later, but she was past president of our board. Information and Referral Center Coordinator. This is a person who works on a full-time basis for us in order to be a resource for you guys. Currently, it was Hannah Wente, remember her? She's served us tirelessly. She was a great resource. We wish her well in her new career. But we're proud to introduce Jordan Mooney. Is she here? Well, I'm really proud to introduce Jordan Mooney. She started August 5th. She has a master's in social work, so she's very good in counseling. Experience in her field as a social work caregiver. So I asked her if she had anything to say, and she says, I'm excited to work for the APDA, so please feel free to contact her. So now let's just talk a little bit about the APDA. The National APDA supports the INR Center, and in that center we offer information about PD. We offer referrals to movement disorders and neurologists, and we offer education and training. The other wing that is overseen by us is the APDA Wisconsin, the local chapter. Our local chapter is dedicated to 3 main areas: education, support, and mind-body programs. So let's talk a little bit about these programs. In education, we offer a newly diagnosed packet, trying to get it out in all the hospitals and clinics to help people that are newly diagnosed get the correct information. We hold a library of books and materials that can be sent out to you on request. We have support group presentations, we have seminars, we have this symposium, and we have a resource manual and a newsletter, so all kinds of resources available for education. Support. Support, we offer 3 things currently. We offer support groups. We're very active in support groups, caregiver respite care, and mentoring. Our support groups offer co-support, counseling, information, and presentations. We have over 18 of them APDA-sponsored groups in the state, including a caregiver support group. Locally, if you're right around this area, we have them in Madison, Monona, Fitchburg, Wanakee, Sun Prairie, Mount Horeb, Baraboo, and Portage. And we even provide facilitator training for facilitators to oversee these support groups. Caregiver respite, we have in-home or facility respite for families of people affected by Parkinson's disease. We offer up to 20 hours per year for APDA Wisconsin chapter members that is provided by the chapter. So consider taking advantage of it. It's a good resource. And then we also offer a mentoring program where we will connect people who are newly diagnosed with Parkinson's to others currently living with the disease to support one another, mentor each other, offer support, be a resource. It's kind of a nice program. Now, my favorite area, the mind-body programs. I'm a big fan of this area. So I'm going to probably talk more about this than anything else. We're going to talk about exercise. We offer yoga, we offer rowing, we offer boxing, we also offer dance, step-by-step, and engage. Our Parkinson's exercise classes, we have a number of them throughout the state. Probably the most popular category is what we call POWER, the POWER classes. That stands for Parkinson's Wellness Recovery. There are a number of POWER classes that deal with the philosophy of moving big, moving with intent. You know, very good exercise programs. We have yoga here in Madison. Both a yoga facility offers a discount, plus we have a yoga instructor that just started some classes this summer. In fact, she's going to be a breakout speaker this afternoon, so if you're interested in yoga, she can show you how to do it with Parkinson's. Rowing, we offer rowing in partnership with the Mendota Rowing Club and the University of Wisconsin. It includes, most people ask, you know, are they rowing in rowboats? No, these guys are first rowing on an erg, which is an official name for the rowing machine. Then they go into boat instruction. They actually row in a tank, which is water. And then they get to go on the water. They have on-the-water sessions. They've had it now for 2 summers. It's been a very successful program. They love it. It's, I think, probably the only one in the nation that has like a crew team, PD crew team, so we can't compete against other teams yet. But they're getting ready, just in case. PD boxing, we started a couple years ago, PD boxing at Ford's Gym in Madison. It's been very successful. It's based on the Rocksteady program in Indianapolis, which is showing that it does improve gait and it does improve balance. And so Milwaukee heard about it. I was doing some support groups in Milwaukee. They heard about it and they begged for it too. So just this summer we started a boxing class at the Wisconsin Athletic Club in Waukesha, and that's gone over real well too. I think it's kind of fun to just box out your aggressions against Parkinson's. I think it serves an inner need. We offer PD dance. Dance is actually what we started with because that's kind of my area, and I started promoting it. So we've been doing PD Zumba. My class has been doing PD Zumba for about 3 years now. We also for about 3 years now, I've had the PD rhythm class, PD in motion. We're trained in dance for Parkinson's, and we've had a tango class. So we've had a number of different choices than that. What's nice about dance is that it's exercise, but it's also complex movement, which is good cognitively. Our APDA step-by-step pedometer walking program is starting to infiltrate the rest of the state. We have smaller communities picking up the program and adopting them in their locations because it's a very easy program. We supply the pedometers and teach them how to log their work, and then they set goals to increase their steps every week over like a 10 or 12-week period. It's a neat program. We've had it going now in Madison. We're starting one at the Moving Forward event. We're starting one in Milwaukee and Racine. We have them in a number of other smaller communities. We always have an awards luncheon to always commemorate their success. And then we also, in the last year, started a new program called Engage. The basis of Engage is to build upon individual strengths in an environment that allows one to progress at a reasonable pace. It's for people to reactivate themselves to hobbies and interests that they might have given up because of Parkinson's, or to even develop new hobbies and new interests, whether it's woodworking, crafts, journaling, music, art. There's a number of different ways we can go with it. We can kind of tailor it to whatever your needs are. And it can be done on an individual basis at home, or it can be done in a group setting if you want to get a group together. And then there's the Magic of Movement, the exercise manual and DVD that illustrates some exercises. It was kind of put together for the people that said they couldn't get to our exercise classes. It's a lot of people out in the rural areas in the state of Wisconsin that just can't get to a class every week. So they can exercise in the privacy of their home and put in our DVD. And then how do we support these programs? We support these programs and training for the instructors and assistance to the participants by holding a number of fundraising events, as well as for our respite program and symposium costs and education costs and just mailing costs. We need to be self-supportive. So we have a number of neat fundraiser events. Every year we have a wine tasting event. We have a half marathon and 5K. We have Bike Like Mike, Ninman Golf Outing, Walk for Research, and the Moving Forward Ride Walk. So we're busy throughout the whole year. The wine tasting event is held at Black Hawk Country Club. Currently the next one scheduled is March 7th, 2015. So go home and mark your calendars, because we would love to have you all there. It has supported in the past exercise programs. It's going to be continued to support a lot of patient care services, a lot of venues in the future. The Parkinson's Half Marathon and 5K are probably our biggest fundraiser, thanks to the family and friends of Bob Nassett. It was held in last April, is going to be held again next April, April 18th. The place is at the Glacier Drummond Trail in Cottage Grove. Last year they raised over $40,000 for the APDA and our exercise program, so we really thank them for the efforts they put out for us. It's a very successful event. The runners are very, very supportive. Bike Like Mike, Mike's son started this biking in honor of his father who has Parkinson's. He raises money for the Appleton Fox Valley River area to support programs up in there. I think the first year he biked to St. Louis, wasn't it? And I think the second year, this last year, he's biked to Milwaukee. And then the Ninman Golf Outing, that's the whole gang, I think a year ago, supporting this symposium. And the APDA Walk for Research, which we just had August 17th, 2014, which place we raised over $10,000 for research at the APDA national level. And then coming up in October 5th is the Moving Forward Ride Walk. That's done in conjunction with Freighter and Medical College of Wisconsin, and that's going to be in the Milwaukee area, and it again raises funds for a number of patient care services in both areas in the whole state. And as far as moving forward, what are our goals? Our goals moving forward are to offer more patient care services, to reach out to more cities and towns, hospitals and clinics to access our services. We want to be a resource for people with Parkinson's, caregivers, and professional health workers. We want to continue to provide and increase activities for optimal physical and mental health. We want to promote social connectedness and community involvement. And we want to empower through support to the Parkinson's community. So thank you for listening to my annual meeting. I got one more little thing I'd like to do. I'd like to take a moment to honor Michelle Chucci, past president, who served as our board president from 2010 to 2014. We've achieved a lot under her direction, and some of the achievements that she and the board has achieved during her term include implementing strategic planning. She sought information dissemination, worked toward expanding more services statewide, and she raised the bar on fundraising. She founded the wine tasting event. She's addressed membership growth, and we now have over 500 active members in the state of Wisconsin and over 1,200 on our mailing list that have contacted us through the INR Center. She's increased focus on volunteerism and board participation, and she maintains a personal career commitment to Parkinson's disease with her research on voice and swallowing issues. So I'd like to take a moment to have Michelle come on up. Got a little something for her. And I'd like a round of applause for her service to the board and to the APDA chapter.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. You deserve it. And we have a plaque for you.
Oh, that's wonderful. Sure. I miss everybody a lot. I stepped down for a little while so I could get tenure and keep my job here at the UW, but I plan to be back and be active, and I just wanted to say thank you. I worked really hard, and I appreciate being recognized for my efforts and my hard work, but it was really a group effort and a team effort. It's everybody, including the ones that have given me this honor today. It was all the day-to-day hard work of everybody that made these things possible, so I'd really like to share this with the board and the community members that have worked so hard to take us to this great level where we're at today. So thank you very much. I'm deeply touched.
I'm going to go ahead and present the Volunteer of the Year Award to Phil Schleicher. Phil hails from Beaver Dam, Wisconsin, where he grew up on a dairy farm. He graduated from University of Wisconsin-Platteville with his BS in 1987 and from University of Wisconsin-Madison with an MS in 1991. Phil's past work history includes working as a high school teacher from 1987 to 2002 and as an insurance underwriter from 2002 to 2013, where he was instrumental in encouraging his company, American Family Insurance, to produce and donate over 700 Parkinson's exercise DVDs for the APDA Wisconsin chapter to be given along out with my exercise manual. He retired in 2013, but has recently returned to the classroom as a substitute teacher this year. He joined the board of directors in the American Parkinson's Disease Association Wisconsin chapter in the spring of 2013, but has been an active participant in our organization much longer than that. He serves on the exercise committee and has volunteered at such fundraisers as the Dance for PD Zumbathon, the Parkinson's Half Marathon and 5K, the wine tasting event, all of which were held to raise money for Parkinson's exercise programs. He vice-chaired our recent APDA Walk for Research in August, and he attended last year's Parkinson's World Congress and is active in lobbying on behalf of Parkinson's. As a board member, Phil has helped design our 2014 statewide survey of needs and attends the meetings regularly. He is a person living with Parkinson's, diagnosed in February of 2010 at the age of 45. He states, and I quote, "It is an honor to serve on the board." We are honored this year to give the Wisconsin Chapter APDA Volunteer of the Year Award to Phil Schleicher. Come on up, Phil.